What's up, guys? It's your boy Taj Brian. Welcome back to 876 United Fox TV. Today, guys, we'll be doing the post match reaction of the Manchester Derby. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, remember, I want you guys to subscribe and get us to 200 subscribers by the 31st of March. So I'm just asking nicely to get us to our target for the end of the month. Now, let's get into the Manchester Derby. So as you guys are aware, Manchester United are the winners of the Derby. So I have all right to brag at Manchester City fans for the next couple of weeks. Now, despite being happy about that, I'm disappointed with the manner to which we won the game. It was not, yes, 2-0 was the scoreline, but it wasn't a convincing victory for me. In the sense that the way we played wasn't convincing enough that we are a better team than them. Now, in saying so, guys, one of the many reasons why I'm disappointed with the manner to which we won is we're still asking Maguire and Lindelof to play from the back. And remember, guys, they are incompetent defenders. I don't believe they have the skill set to play from the back. They're not a Varane or a Thiago Silva. I mean, they have issues dealing with crosses. They have issues getting the balls to Fred and McTominay or whichever midfield pivots that we're using in the game. And this leads me to another point. Because our two centre backs have issues playing from the back, it also results in Fred and McTominay having issues to create as well. Now, there were countless instances in the game where I saw McTominay and Fred trying to make that killer pass as well, and it wasn't working. You know, if you watch the game, especially the first half, you can see that we're trying to create something, we're trying to make things happen. It wasn't working because we're trying to play from deep, and McTominay will spray a long pass to Martial, and it didn't get to Martial. The likes of Ruben Diaz or even John Stones would have cut out that pass, and they would start the attack to our defense. And that as well, it encouraged me to believe that, listen, if we don't start playing or getting more compact, we're going to concede a goal. And I'm also happy the way we defended today as well. Maguire had a good game today, so I must commend Maguire today for having a good defensive game today. But for the most part, Manchester City were the aggressors. Now, McTominay and Fred, Lindelof and Maguire, those four players takes away two things from our game. It doesn't facilitate us to play a higher line, and it doesn't facilitate us to have a creative game. Now, McTominay and Fred are not creative midfielders. They are workaholics who will try and do to their best abilities what the manager instructs. But in terms of having that little creativity in the game, that little spark that can unlock a team's defense, they don't possess that ability. And that's the issue for me with McTominay, Fred, and Lindelof and Maguire. Now, because of those two previous points, it would result us to have poor ball possession. And as I said previously, McTominay and Fred were trying to spray the killer pass. They were trying to be creative today. And it resulted in us losing possession constantly in the game. And so too, and that's why I plead that we should play Donny van de Beek, especially in Pogba's absence, because, as I said, he has that spark in his game that can unlock a defense. And we didn't have much possession today. And remember, when you have the ball, you have a chance to score a goal. When you don't have the ball, you can't score. So today I was worried because we lacked possession. We didn't create much chances. And I was worried, and that's why I said I'm not happy with the manner to which we won. Now, another thing as well, Ole is overplaying the players. Now, remember earlier on in the season, and when Bruno just came to United, he was like a breath of fresh air, something we've never seen in a while at the club. A person who works hard, who is constantly making things happen, constantly creating goals, constantly scoring goals. That was Bruno when he just came. Not saying that he's not doing any of those things anymore, but to an extent, all of those things have reduced because he's fatigued. And not only him, Rashford is fatigued, McTominay and Fred may be fatigued as well. Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire may be fatigued as well because those players play a lot of minutes. You are seeing most of those players play the Europa League, the FA Cup, and even the Premier League. And yes, a lot of players may say, I want to play every minute, but that can't be the case. Look at the likes of Liverpool when they were on top. And even Manchester City, they have at least 2 players that can replace their starting 11. If Raheem Sterling is injured, they have a Ferland Torres who can play in his position. They even have a Phil Foden, a Riyad Mahrez, a Bernardo Silva. So you understand what I'm saying? We don't have squad depth like those teams, and it's a big issue. And Ole, we have a few players. We have a Greenwood who can play centre forward if a Cavani or Martial is injured. We have Diallo on the bench. We have Donny van de Beek on the bench. We have Alex Telles on the bench. Axel Tuanzebe on the bench. Dean Henderson, yes, he's starting now, but he was on the bench. What I'm saying is, Ole is not resting the players, so the players can have a rested mind, so they can perform to the best of their abilities. They're constantly playing, constantly getting damage to their body, constantly not getting enough rest, so they can give us that high quality that we so favor. And for me, it was also evident in the game today, because when Manchester City was bossing the game, you can see that our players were running constantly, trying to win possession, and that style of play was getting our players fatigued. Now I know that we scored on a counter-attack by Luke Shaw. We scored from a counter-attack by Luke Shaw. But for the most of the game, our players were running, soaking the pressure. We weren't creating much chances, and that could lead to our players getting fatigued. And I think Ole needs to also be aware of that as well. It's not just that they're playing the games, What can cause fatigue is what they do in the games. If we are the aggressors, if we are keeping possession, when we have possession, we can keep the shape. Players are in specific positions, and we keep possession of the ball. So when I pass to my teammate, I can just go in the zone, take a couple seconds and breathe and rest, But once we're constantly running, we're constantly using energy. And for me, that's a very crucial thing. He's not resting the players, he's not rotating them rather, which results in them not getting rest, which will lead to the players getting fatigued. Now, I want to get away from the negatives now. I want to go more into the positives of the game. Now, I'm happy that we're back in second place. And yesterday, Leicester won their game, which made them go ahead of us on the table. And that's why I was worried about how today will pan out, but I'm happy we are the victors. And one positive, I'm happy that we're second. Now, something we need to highlight now. You see how we played today? Yes, I wasn't pleased with how we played, but we played better than we played in the last previous matches. And what I must say, it happened against arguably the best team in England. So for me, I am saying, why is it that Ole doesn't implore the players to play like that against every top 16 and play like that against every team. Now, that caused questions for me. That caused me to have some questions. And I'm saying he needs to start imploring the players to play like that more often. Because now we are battling to stay second. Yes, I know that Manchester City is 11 points and they have Leicester to play, Chelsea to play, and other teams to play, and mathematically they still can lose the league, Manchester City. What I'm saying is we need to have the consistency, guys, because see, we're in good form and unbeaten streak for December to January, which resulted in us being catapulted on top of the league. And now we are battling to stay second. So I think we need to maintain a consistency and consistently play like this against the top 6 teams so that we have a better chance of competing for the title. Now, I want to just finally highlight that Ole, for me, tactically today, wasn't spot on, because if Marcus Rashford didn't get injured, I don't believe he would have exited the field. And I don't believe that Martial should have gotten subbed today, because he needs a little more playing time under his belt. And I'm not sure if Danny Van Der Beek is injured, but I think that Danny should have gotten some game time today. But nonetheless, we won the derby. We are back in second, and I'm happy with the result. Now guys, like, share and subscribe to the channel. Tell me what you think, and we're out.